Hello guys, welcome back. So till now I talked about how do we create the framework. So we did created one framework, and I'll call it as a basic level framework only. The advanced level framework we are going to start from our next couple of videos. Okay. So in this basic level of framework, what we did is we did use WebDriver static reference. Okay, because of that we are not able to do the parallel execution. But at the beginner level, this should be very much helpful, and this should give a lot of idea how we can implement the framework. So we did talked about how can we create a standalone scenarios, how we can use page object model, how you can do the extend reports, and how we can modify the reports. Then we did created a data driven test cases, and how we saw like how we can uh, extend the data driven capabilities for more number of scenarios, right? So till now what we did is we did executed the test cases from testng.xml. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how to execute test cases from Maven. Execute test cases from Maven. Okay, so when we execute the test cases from Maven, that is, I'll say from pom.xml. Okay, so when we execute the test cases from pom.xml, something new will come into picture called as Surefire plugin. This is a Maven plugin basically. Okay, so let's see how we can use Surefire plugin for test execution via pom.xml. Okay, so yeah, let's go to Eclipse. Okay, so in my Eclipse, if I execute this testng.xml, it is going to execute my test cases. Okay, I know that. Fine. Now what I'll do is I'll try. So okay, now when I open my pom.xml, in pom.xml, what we did till now is we simply added the dependencies. Let me make it here. Okay, so till now we simply added the dependencies. Okay, that's it. We did not added any plugins. Okay, but for pom.xml there are two main components. In fact there are four five, but from our point of view we would be needing only two: dependencies, and second one is plugin. So dependencies is something which are the APIs basically which we will be needing for our test case creation, or we'll call it as for application creation. If it is, let's say, any Java application, we will be referring the these particular libraries, and we'll be calling methods out of them. Okay, so we know about dependencies, why we need. Now when we need plugins, okay, or what's the purpose of using plugins? Okay, so we are talking about plugins. So why we need plugins? So we have various plugins available in Maven. Out of that, two important plugins we are going to use. The first one is Maven compiler plugin. This has nothing to do with test execution, it is related to compilation. And second plugin we are going to use is Maven Surefire plugin. This is the main plugin basically which helps me in test execution. Okay, so compiler plugin, as the name suggests, it is just for code compilation. Okay, so even if we don't provide, most of the time it will work, but when we get the version related issues, like your code is compiled on this specific version or executed on this specific version, something some version related issues, then in that case we should use compiler plugin, right? In fact, it is recommended we should always use compiler plugin, because there we are going to provide the source and target version of Java. Okay, and the second thing is Maven Surefire plugin. In order to execute your test cases from Maven, we need Maven Surefire plugin. Okay, so let's say in my current pom.xml, I don't have any Surefire plugin or compiler plugin, right? And let me try executing this pom.xml. Okay, before that, let me tell you how the things work internally. So I have written my test cases under this source test Java under this particular package, and these are two three classes I have created. Okay, now in testing.xml, I did return the complete path of the class which I want to execute. So here I can put multiple classes, multiple tests, or like however I want to execute. That is some TestNG related concepts. Okay, so I can do that. Now whenever I'm going to execute pom.xml, okay, let me put it here. Okay, so I have my test cases into .java file. I have my test cases into multiple .java files. Now, whenever I execute testng.xml, right? What will happen is under this testng.xml we have given the location of .java file where my actual test cases are, that is with @test annotation. Okay, so if I execute testng.xml, it will work. But in real time we don't execute it even from testng.xml. In real time we do execute it from pom.xml, right? Now in pom.xml, how should we tell that okay, I should execute testng.xml, right? So for that specific purpose we are going to execute we are going to add a Maven Surefire plugin, because in Maven Surefire plugin we are going to specify what's the name of testng.xml which you want to execute. Okay, so uh, okay, so these two plugins we would be needing. What I'll do is I'll go to, let's say, how to get those plugins. So let's say if I search for Maven plugins, the very first URL I'll get maven.apache.org. Which plugin I want is, let's say I want compiler plugin. Compiler plugin, here you see the complete list. Out of that we would be needing only couple of plugins. Okay, and here I should get some example. Okay, so under usage page I will be getting some example. Let me go to the usage page. I clicked on this usage page here. It is taking so much time. Okay, so here you see the example of how you can use Surefire, sorry, compiler plugin. So what we can do is we can simply copy this particular thing. We will be copying it basically from this build. Okay, and till this particular place. All right, so from this particular place I will be getting Maven compiler plugin. Okay, and what I told you is mainly I would be putting the configurations. What is my source version of Java? What is my target version of Java? Where I need to compile, right? So for those configuration mainly I would be using Maven compiler plugin for specifying basically. Okay, so now fine. So this is the place from where I can get it. Okay, second thing what I would be needing is Maven Surefire plugin. Okay, so if I go again and if I look for Surefire somewhere here. Okay, so let me go to the latest version, or let me look for usage page. Okay, let me go to the usage page. The usage page basically tells you how you can use it. Okay, so here you see the plugin. Basically you can get the same thing from Maven repository again, and I'm more interested in using testng because I'm going to use it along with testng, right? So here you can find one more good example. This is the one which I'm going to use, right? Because you see in this particular example under suit xml files I am going to use testng.xml. so this is the name of testng.xml which we can specify. Okay, so what I'll do is because just to get the correct version I will get these two dependencies from my earlier project. Yeah, here I should find them. Okay, let me copy this from this build to, I'll copy both now, my compiler plugin and Surefire plugin. So I just copied them and let me put it under my pom.xml of current project, just above dependencies. Okay, so what I did is I simply added a plugin called as Maven compiler plugin, which is going to help me for compilation of my code. And the version what I'm using is the latest version 3.8.1. And you see under configuration I'm specifying source and target version of Java. Okay, now more interested we are in Surefire plugin. The latest version, I know this is not the latest version. We have one more latest version, so you can check the latest version, but this should work. Okay, so here we are more interested in this configurations again. Okay, so in this configuration, you see I have written some text over here. Okay, so you can read this particular stuff. And again, we are going to do this particular stuff, whatever I have written over here in our advanced level framework, right? For now, I'm just going to hard code it as a testng.xml, right? So what will happen is whenever someone execute this pom.xml, he will understand that okay, there is a Surefire plugin, and under that Surefire plugin, we are requesting to execute testng.xml. right? So he will go to testng.xml and he will execute testng.xml. Now sometime there would be situation like you may have multiple testng.xml, so which testng.xml you want to execute. So that is something what I have written over here, parameterization, and this is something we are going to do in actual in our advanced level framework, right? So maybe you can expect it in somewhere last videos of the advanced level. Okay, so I'll close this for now and I'll close this testng.xml now. Okay, so what I'll do is I will start the execution of this pom.xml. Now how to execute from pom.xml? Again, right click and run as and maven test. Okay, and if I expand this, you see multiple things are happening over here. Okay, and I'm going to cancel this test execution because I know the test execution is test cases are working basically. So you see test execution is started and I'm going to close this because I know that the things will work, right? You see it is navigating and also things should work. So that's fine. Let me cancel couple of times because okay, it canceled automatically because I closed one. Okay, now let me show you this particular log. Under this log, what is happening? First, it is taking maven resource plugin. So this plugin is coming automatically. Okay, the default version is coming automatically. Resources plugin. Why we need this particular plugin? If we have added something, any let's say properties file or could be any resources, then those resources will get included from this specific folder, source main resources. We did not create anything like source main resources because from our point of view, from test automation point of view, we don't need any kind of resources. Okay, or even if you wish, like if you wish to include log4j.properties or our config.properties file where we specify the parameters, right? So those things you can put under source main resources and those things will get included in, so for this you need to use a class loader basically. Okay, now second plugin what we used is maven compiler plugin. Okay, that is something we have added with the version 3.8.1, and you see it says nothing to compile, all classes are updated because the code is already compiled and there is nothing for compilation, there are no changes. If there are any changes or you are compiling it first time, then you will see a lot of dot class files are getting created out of your dot java files. Fine. Next thing came into picture is your Maven Surefire plugin and the version what we added. Okay, and if you come here, okay, it did not told you like which uh, testng.xml is going to execute, but that's fine. And he started the execution of my testng.xml basically. Okay, I have only one testng.xml, and it should update my report as well, right? So I did cancel the execution because I don't want to spend that much time on the execution, but yeah, it should work. It has started the execution. Okay, so again in real time we do not execute like right click and run as pom.xml. No, we do not do in that way. We trigger this pom.xml via Jenkins. Okay, and in order to trigger it from Jenkins, we should have this particular code on GitHub repository. Okay, so how to put the code in GitHub repository, I'll be talking and in fact I need to share this code with you guys, right? So what I'll do is in next video I'll put this code on GitHub repository and I'll share the link with you, right? So that you can take a reference of it. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for this video. uh, Thank you.